Holy oh fuck, would you look at it. A couple bajillion volts of angry pixies just ready to dance their way to the ground right through you and kill the shit out of you. Yep. Such is the life of the phone, man. Some engineer somewhere, probably in India, wrote an algorithm that said, if these things happen, call someone out. And apparently that algorithm was satisfied enough today to call me out. Apparently paying an Indian child a couple of dollars an hour to craft an algorithm to make bad decisions is a lot cheaper than paying an actual human being a salary to make those same bad decisions. Got a T1 down. We're in Nashville. Let's get in this box and ooh, high voltage. That shit will kill you. Let's get in this box and see what's going on. What do you know? First combo we tried. Things are looking up, huh? Got a T1 down for a electric company. These T1s are just old school 1.5 megabit circuits, and they basically meter everything for the power company to tell them how many angry pixies are marching down the lines. And there is our T1. Just a data rate circuit, 1.544 megabits a second. Don't touch any of this shit because it'll kill you. Look at the size of that fuck you inductor right there, huh? Yeah, nice. Basically, it's a 1.544 megabit pipe, upstream and downstream. And back in the day, that was the cat's asshole. I mean, 1.5 megabits. Back in the days of 56K circuits, 1.5 meg was a megametric fuck ton of data. Nowadays, you can almost fart 1.5 megabits per second. You know, most homes run 18 meg or better to be considered an actual, honest-to-goodness, high-speed internet connection. So, why do they still use these old raggedy-ass slow circuits? Well, because the equipment that these circuits talk to is fucking bulletproof. Things are built like Sherman fucking tanks. Equipment just doesn't go bad hardly. And it's cheap, and it's old, and in a lot of these places they are upgrading to fiber-fed circuits and things of that nature. But not today, boys and girls, not today. We're going to go ahead and we had our lights on here on this circuit. So that tells me what we got, some type of continuity between here and the central office. And that's why we were getting some lights, but we weren't getting the lights that we wanted to see. So let's try a known good card out of my little test rig up here, and we'll see what it does. You got your status light, your DLOS, which means you're not seeing anything from the office side. R-loss means you're not seeing anything from the customer equipment. H-loss means it's completely fucked off and just broke somewhere squarely in the middle. DSL1 and DSL2, those are your two loops. It's not DSL like your home old school DSL connection. Those are your two loops. This is a 4-wire circuit, H4 TUR. 4 wires means this uses 2 pairs, 2 phone lines. Phone lines consist of 2 conductors, a tip conductor, a ring conductor, and that makes up 1 pair of wires because there's fucking 2 of them. Anyway, if you got 3 wires, it's a fuck up, start over. And if you got 1 wire, you are probably a cable TV technician. And I ask you, don't you have some rocks to cheer or windows to lick somewhere? Seems like we're not powering back up. So, what do we do next? The guy that normally works this area told me the pairs, the 2 circuits that, or the 2 phone lines that feed this thing were clearer than a sociopath's conscience. So I tend to believe him. He's good tech, but even good techs make mistakes every now and again. I don't like the way that's looking. My known good card will not power up, but this piece of shit does. So what gives? Am I being trolled? Am I being fucked with? think so. First thing we're going to do is we're going to break it open here. We're going to head back to the cross-connect box where the office cable gets cross-connected over to the field side cable, and we're going to take a look at it there, because I'm not liking the way this shit's laying out. So we'll leave that guy just up here. It's actually a pretty nice one. Usually these things are full of rat piss and red wasps and God knows what the hell else that's looking to fly after you, attack you, kill you. And we got some wiring going to there. There's 4 binding posts there. That's where our cable comes in from the outside world. So we'll go ahead, run to the cross box, check it there. Here I was hoping this was going to be an easy one. Let's go check some more shit. Let's go over here to this fucking cross box. Ooh, look, somebody left us some Sunny D. Not actual juice at all, just a conglomeration of chemicals and high fructose fucking bullshit. I put that shit on everything. Alright. Here we see the effigy of a technician that got left on hold a bit too long. These things happen. Shit looks like this. Green stuff goes to the office, blue stuff goes to the field. This is where the office cable comes in and gets cross-connected to the cable going out to our site. I know by looking at my records that, yeah, we're going to be down here somewhere. That one, and probably that one. Let's see. Is it our circuit ID? Yes, it is. Okay. So this guy and this guy make up our no. The actual fuck. Uh-oh. What do you have in store for me? Getting my ass kicked. Here's our tag for our circuit. That's us. 85 and 96. It says we're supposed to be on 60 and 87. 60. No. That is fail number 1. You can't always trust your records. God, this crossbox smells like the inside of a goat's asshole. 55 and 56 is where our wires are going to over here. See, these are our 55 and 56. And consequently, 55 and 56 are what's on record. So this somebody's just half right. I'm going to go ahead and pop those off and hook up our little test rig here and see what we get. Now this is always a fun endeavor right here. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but these circuits, they work at about negative 200 volts DC. Not going to kill you, but you'll damn sure make up some new cuss words and fucking hurt yourself trying to get away from it. So we're going to be pretty careful about the ends of those wires right there, because the pixies will come for you and they will light your ass up. Well, we got our test card hooked up and still nothing. And just to prove it wasn't a bad card, I tried another one and still no change. So either my test setup here is fucked, or something here is going horribly wrong. I'm going to go ahead and look towards the field, see what I see looking from here to the site on the cable going to the field, see if we can find any trouble. Poor little guy. We've all been there, man. You spend 2 or 3 hours on hold and then trying to speak to someone who barely speaks English, and then they accidentally disconnect your call and you have to start the whole process over again. It's enough to drive you over the brink. Let's go ahead and Put our stuff on here. We're gonna take a look at these pairs. This is a Sidekick. This is just a really fancy analog voltometer. Uh-oh. There's a short. It's got some 11 herbs and spices. Special phone man shit. Yeah, stress is good, but that needle over here means that's 0 ohms, which is a dead fucking short. Let's look at 156. Move you to there. Damn. That one is short too. That is not good. This looks good. Just got a... That's R times 1. That's a 150 ohm short right there. Pretty solid fucking short. I guess we shouldn't have listened to our cable guy when he told us that that wasn't cable trouble. Let's dig into it some more. Well, we tried to believe our fellow technician whenever he told us those pairs were as clear as the sociopath's conscience. Turns out not to be the case. So we're going to start... Ooh, safety pads. We're going to start at the beginning. Not the very beginning, because that would be a bit monotonous, but the beginning of this circuit, which happens... Where are the fucking lights in this shithole? Happens to be here at the central office, where all great things begin, including my misery. I'm going to go ahead and figure out where our circuit is in here. Get started tracing this shit out. Put our test box on it here and see what we get. Look at all the fucking wires. There used to be a whole lot more of them. Ooh, phone lines. Well, that's not fucking good. We're hooked up directly on the cable pairs where the office equipment wires out to the field and no lights. So either we do have a bad card, or we got a bad card in here, or we have a bad card in the shelf over here that is supposed to supply power. This little guy right here is the card that the customer plugs into. So we're basically just moving the customer equipment closer to the central office, trying to see where the circuit's bad at. And if we're bad right fucking here, either my rig's dickered up or we got a blown up card. And from what I heard, there was a megametric fuck ton of lightning that came through Nashville last night. Jeff, the cable guy over here, told me, he said it was just popping and popping. He said it sounded just like gunfire at one point. Kept shaking the windows for like over an hour. So we're gonna run down here. We're gonna check out our office repeater, and we're gonna see what we see. Check this motherfucking shit out. This is our card. I swapped ours, which was not sunk up, with this one, which was sunk up but not being used. So this guy right here, piece of shit motherfucker, defective. We'll go ahead and tell our CO guy about that one so he can swap that out for a fresh one. Let's go back here to our test card. Told you that was a good fucking card. Stat light's green, DSL1, DSL2. Of course the RLOS is lit because we don't have a customer plugged in. And we're fucking making headway now, boys and girls. Let's go back out to the cross box and see if we can sync up there. We're back here at the cross box, hooked up. We're fucking gaining on it. We're good to right here. Still not certain we're going to be good all the way to the field on those two pairs right there. But I saw that short on there. Could be the multi-mount, could be something fucky going on. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and take our fucking win here, drag our ass down the road, and see if we can't get some damn green lights at the site. Fuck yeah! And just because I know somebody from the peanut gallery is going to make some smart ass comment, I did put my pair protectors back on here. So, yeah. Yeah, we might be getting short on daylight and sanity. But we're long on persistence and ragged stubbornness. Traits of a good technician. It wouldn't be the first time I worked out here after dark. Now, would you look right back down in there? Look at that. What do you see? What do you see, like right back in this general vicinity right here on the circuit board? I mean, don't mind that big fucking spider web. I mean, fuck that guy. We're not even worried about him. You don't even have to worry about spider webs. Well, it looks like some burnination. Clues. Let's go ahead and slap our card back in here. This is our bad card that was doing all kinds of funky shit earlier. I don't really trust it because my good known card was did not sync on the DSL1 and DSL2. Matter of fact, it didn't even power up. But for some reason, this one here, it's powering up whenever you plug it in. I mean, yeah, sure, it is powered up back here, but the other card didn't do that. I'll have to see what it does. This is part of the phone man's job, it's just waiting. Praying those little lights do what you want them to do, but not today, Junior. Don't trust you. You done proved to me once that you're bad, and if you push it beyond that, you're just asking for trouble. We'll put this known good card right in here and see what you do. We'll go ahead and make sure when we smash that spider web down in there real good too. I can get on top of my guides here. Let's see. And still, with no fucking lights. Maybe that short is fucking us up? I don't know. There's a 4-wire station card, 2-wire station card, 4-wire T1 card. I think that all comes on the after, if I'm not mistaken. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Punt! You know shit's getting serious when you're throwing the high voltage cover on the ground. So, what have you done? I have wired past the protection device, drill sergeant! Look, what happens is the cable comes in down here, goes into this guy. We're on this guy. Goes through that protection card, that's the high voltage isolation equipment, comes out on these binding posts up here. And from there we go down to here. So what did I do? I came directly from here, or what was here, and wired it directly to here. See those two right there cut off? We're not going through this piece of shit anymore. That's what's dicked up, is this guy right here. I've got it run up here to my test card just to see what's going on. We may still have some trouble. The DS1 light is a bit janky, but so are these connections down here. So we'll see if we can't hold that shit apart, keep it from touching, and see what we get. But we're making headway. At least we know that this guy right here is bad, and that's what we were seeing on our short. And yeah, we just had a bad connection right here. So it might be by me holding those wires that has cleared that shit. Now we're going to get everything wired back up into this guy, and we're going to see if it comes up, and if it comes up to our customer. Sometimes the protection device is the fault. Some would say that protection device did its job. Me, I just say fuck it and I'll wire around it until I can come back with a new one of those guys. Stay tuned. Well, would you just look at that shit. Stats up. DSL1, loop 1 and loop 2 are both up. Had to bypass that little guy, but put an X on him, so we'll be back at another date and time to cover all this shit up with that piece of shit. But Come to find out, that card right there that was in there, bad as well. So not only did we have a bad card in the office, we had a bad card out here at the site, and we also had a blown card in the protection isolator for these high voltage sites. And fuck, I guess now I'll just have to, I've got one of those isolation cards at the office. I'll bring it tomorrow, swap it out. I've got a whole ass ton of those guys, so that's no worry. I'll let the CO guy know that he's got to swap his card in the central office, or replace that one that I swapped that card with, because it did take a hellified shot of lightning. And lightning is a motherfucker. It is a pain in the dick. So that was the quick, that was the dirty. We ran through, got our issues diagnosed, fixed up. We had multiple troubles, and we kept pushing, kept working, kept going, and now the power company knows exactly how much power you guys are using and can bill the ever-living shit out of you. Till next time, go fuck yourself. Would you look at that majestic shit? We beat the sun before it snuck behind the trees. Don't tell me I'm not fucking good. Woo!